Hi.
Hey, Yasmin, hello. Good morning. How are you?
Good, and you? Who are you?
Good, good. Just getting the day started here, chatting with you, so I can't complain.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, it's great to see you. Congratulations on the victory you had recently. I got to know, did you do anything special to celebrate last week or anything fun like that?
Thank you. Yeah, that was a fight and was good.
Yes, absolutely good results. Yeah, I mean, what it was down in Mexico, right? So do you stay for a little bit, enjoy the time down there?
Yeah, I enjoy a little bit the time in Tijuana, but I came back to my country to visit my family because I will back to Las Vegas and keep with the camp and training.
Of course, of course. And I heard that you're living in Las Vegas now, right?
Yeah, just for a moment because I was just making I wasn't training for a camp. I was just training and my managers give me the fight in UWC
Mm-hmm.
and I fight that I accept the fight because was close. Tijuana was close to Las Vegas, so I just go to Tijuana, and then I my plan was to go back to Las Vegas, but I really want to see my family, so I will go back because I have a fight. I think on at August, so I will keep the hard training.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a good deal. You got to do the two for one, right? The fight plus the family, so it worked out.
Yes, a balance.
Yes, absolutely. So, where are you training then when you are in Vegas? Which are you going to one gym? Are you hitting multiple? What is it kind of like in that regard?
Yeah, I train at Extreme Couture,
Hmm.
just for the sparring and some classes for the pro fighters there. And then I train with Capetillo Boxing Gym, and then I train with a coach who is a wrestling coach, and I train with him. His name is Chase. At the UFCPI, or some days was in his academy, and then I train with the coach Hector Vasquez at Cobriña. Of course, that's my coach.
Yes, yes.
And sometimes I was training with Coach Carlos Aldama from he's the Muay Thai coach, but striking coach, and but he's from Tijuana, so he was going just for 2 weeks to Las Vegas, and we were training all the fighters from the house with him. It's like some days here, some days
Right.
another. Mhm.
Oh, you got a lot of good options then. Yeah, a lot of work going on.
Yeah, that was a really hard camp because I was training was another kind of rhythm, I think so. Another kind of I don't know, it's different than in Mexico.
Mm,
I was more like hype
right,
in
right.
Las Vegas because was here and then here and then here. I was just so tired at the end of the day, but happy because I was training different and I was trying new places, new people.
Of course, yeah, getting all these good experiences, and it's great to see. And then it ends up culminating with a great win, over Yuliana, right? And first round finish,
Yes,
first finish of your career. I mean,
yes,
how did that feel? Had to be a great, one of the best victories so far, right?
yes. I was feeling happy that I was working for that, and I I just feel like okay, the work is done. I will go for the next step. And I don't feel like, oh, it's my I it's just like my, how I say, my final exam, my final test.
Okay.
I don't know. You are studying like for 2 months in Las
Yeah.
Vegas, so you have your final test, and you need to get that, win that TKO, or I don't know, because it's all the work I was doing.
Yes, absolutely. So it's paying off, and one step at a time, right? As we work towards the next thing. You mentioned the family there. I'm assuming they were at your fight, right? They watched you.
Yes, yes, they watch me, and they came um with me. They came with me with and all my fights.
Okay. Do you like that, or does that kind of add any pressure to it, or motivation, or anything?
I love it. It's like a motivation because I really love my family. They support me a lot and they follow me wherever I go. So I feel more, mm, so I don't know.
Supported.
Yes, exactly. When they are watching me, because it's like a motivation.
Yeah, it's like you got your own little team with you wherever you go, right?
Yes, I.
Absolutely. And you mentioned August. I'm assuming then that the hopes are for the Contender series maybe this year, or would that be too fast for your career, or what are you kind of thinking for next?
I don't know. You know, look, the goal is to go or at Contender, or maybe in another level
Hmm.
of, and of course UFC, but I'm just focused on the next step, and that fight. And I can't see, I can't I don't think that is going to be that is my time for Contender this year. But all I know is that I need to keep training for that fight, because it will come, I know, maybe the next year. So that's why I'm working, because that's why I'm in Las Vegas, and I have a lot of faith in Mexico and the level of Mexico, because I have my boxing coaches, my MMA coaches, my jiu-jitsu coaches there. But I just need to go to Las Vegas to try another kind of level, because I was training hard with the UFC fighters, and I was doing sparring uh, with just UFC fighters, and you can see um, what you need to keep working, what you need to get better, what it's like another kind of level. It's not, I don't know, it's a little bit different,
Right.
and that's why I was in Las Vegas, because I'm preparing myself. I don't know, sorry for my
No,
pronunciation,
wonderful. Yeah, I hear you.
for that fight, because I'm looking for Contender, or maybe in the future go to the UFC.
Yes, of
But I don't
course.
think it will be this year.
Oh, it's also like, you got plenty of time. There's no need to rush things, right? Just like you said, one step at a time, right?
Exactly.
And you mentioned Mexico, of course. Things are going great for the fighters out of the country, yourself included, obviously. But I mean, I'm sure it's inspiring to see like champions like Alexa Grasso, do what they can do. Has that been cool for you to kind of see these fighters also doing well?
Yeah, it's a motivation to me, because Alexa is basically, she's always preparing herself in Mexico with all her teammates, and but it's different for every fighter. So um I'm just I I start training not like a long time ago, just like 4 years maybe. I will I maybe I have just sorry, I was speaking Spanish, English. Maybe I have like 5 years, 4 years. I made my pro debut at 3 years ago, so my career is so short,
Hmm.
and I didn't know a lot of like people from the MMA. I don't have my coaches like from the when I was
Right.
9 years old, he was my coach, and
All
you
the
know, so
stories,
I
yeah.
yeah, yeah, so that's why I just need to keep and keep travel to maybe another places, and I don't know, try a little things like different, and go back to Mexico and keep training, but with just a little bit more things that it will it will van a hacer mejor mi juego. It will get better my game.
Yeah,
I don't
improvements,
know.
yes. Yeah, all these
But
things.
yeah.
I hear you. I hear you.
Thank you for the help.
Yeah, no problem. Got the assist there. So I saw in an old interview that you did, Yasmin, that what you got into MMA, what because your boyfriend at the time recommended it or whatever. He's like, you should try this, and that's kind of how it started.
um Basically, I was with a guy who was training MMA, and I was watching him training, and and I was like, that looks funny, and I want to try. And I start training like maybe I don't know, just throwing punches, and I didn't know nothing about jiu-jitsu. I didn't know nothing, but I just like uh, um I'm just like was getting better in jiu-jitsu, boxing, and someday just I was thinking like, what if I fight? I don't
Why not? Let's give it a
know.
try.
Yeah, that's why I start because I was getting better at the training, and I was like, it will be fun if I fight.
So what were you doing before then? Were you into other sports or anything like that?
No, I wasn't training any sport. Just I trained how I say in like football americano,
Okay.
American soccer.
Yeah.
It is.
Football.
Yeah, yeah. I was training just like I don't know for a little bit. I was training gym, but I wasn't training like some MMA boxing or something like that. I was studying my career. I was studying my career at art. Was
Okay.
just making art, and
Yeah, that's fun.
I don't know.
What kind? Well, like painting or things like that, or crafts, or what kind of stuff would you
uh,
make?
was restoration and conservation.
Okay.
Oh yes,
All right. Very cool. I mean, that's something you can always get back to, whenever you're feeling like it. So that's nice.
yeah. I would love, but it's a career who needs all your attention
Right.
and a a lot of time. And I was just like, I need something more exciting in my life.
Yes. More active, more things to do. Hands on, right?
Yeah, exactly. I need to punch someone in.
Let the energy out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw what you met Canelo last month, right? How was that? Was it cool meeting him? Of course, a Mexican legend.
Yeah, I always see Canelo like he's my idol. It says idol.
Yeah.
It idol. And when I was training with Capetillo, he was um training for his last fight, and he was cutting weight there, and and Capetillo told me like, mija, Canelo, it will come, and if you want a picture with him, just wait a little bit, train, and wait a little bit after your training. And was like, Canelo, oh my God, of course I will be here. And then Canelo go out, and we were like me and another two fighters, and then we one of the fighters say like, one picture for the Mexican fighters, and Canelo was like, yeah, I don't know, and he just stepped when we were training, and then I take a picture with him, and and but was like, oh my God, it's Canelo. I don't know, was funny and good.
Yeah, of course. Not every day you get to meet people like him, so that's always a cool thing.
Exactly. Yeah, I
And
love Canelo.
yes, definitely a talented individual. That guy, he's pretty darn good. But yeah, things have been pretty good in your career so far, Yazmin. And it looks like every single time you have a fight and just being around MMA, looks like you're always having a really fun time and enjoying yourself. And obviously we just said letting the energy out and punching people. That's always fun. But I'm curious, like for you, how important is that for you to like not take MMA is a very serious sport, but to maybe
Yeah.
take it too seriously, enjoy it, still have fun with it, like you seem to be having. How important do you think that is?
Um, because all my training camp, all even if I am not in training camp, I always like a military, like
Yeah, right.
I need to go to train. I fight at UWC at the last Sunday, and I was training at Monday sparring,
Mm,
and it's supposed I was rest like 5 days with no training, with no thinking about the fight, and I was in the gym at Monday doing sparring, doing drills, and I really wasn't stop training.
yeah, didn't
I
stop
think
at all. Yes.
yeah, and I always take it so seriously, and I always go to train like thinking about like my fight or the next fight, and that eso me tiene, and that's that's like a pressure
Mm,
I put on me,
right. Yeah.
but in that day, the day of the fight, of course, is like I trust with all the work I make, I do, and that's why I really want to enjoy that moment, because it's a lot of pressure, a lot of training, and I I just I just enjoy what I'm doing. I love to punch people on the face, and I love that moment. So that's why I in my fights I always like,
Happy with it. Yeah.
yay, yay, yeah. But it's so serious to me.
Yeah, it's kind of got that double-edged sword effect where, yeah, you got both sides of it, the happy and then the it's still violent.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't study for your exam, you're nervous because you maybe will know nothing about the questions. But
Right.
when you study a lot, and the final test come, you are relaxed and maybe enjoy your like, oh, I know everything,
You're
and
confident. Yeah, you don't need to worry. Yeah.
confident. Yes. Yeah. But I don't know. Of course, in every fight, I will get so nervous. Um, Maybe I have a little bit of confidence in the training camp, but I always get so nervous. So I think the way to get the nervous out of my body is like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that just shows that you really care, right? If you weren't nervous, then that'd be maybe a bad thing. Keeps you focused.
yeah, yeah,
So it all works out. But you mentioned the exam thing. I kind of like the comparison you made there, right? Because people that can fail at their exams and then they retry again and that kind of thing. That's kind of like if you lose a fight, right? And that's only happened to you once, and you're on a good roll here. Have had the one loss, but I'm curious, Yazmin. Losses in MMA, people learn so much from them, right? They always have
Mhm.
things that they want to improve on and stuff like that after. You can do that in a win too, of course. But I'm
Yeah.
curious, like, after you had that first loss in your Combate debut, what did you kind of learn the most from it and take it to, get yourself back on this winning streak now?
Yeah. Um, that loss was hard to me, but I was even much more motivated because was my second fight, and I was ma- yeah, was my second fight, and I proved myself that I improved a lot of in compared to my first fight, to my pro debut, and I know the fighter who I fight wasn't easy fighter or something like that. I was taking too seriously like every fight, but uh, I was needed to learn a lot of uh, the experience. Let me just uh, sorry,
No,
it's
you're
because
good. You're
my
fine.
English it's I was trying to like explain myself. Okay, let's start again.
Okay.
I I learned so much because I get an injury in that fight. And I fight with that injury
Mm.
before, o sea, before the fight I have that injury. So it was a good fighter, and I learned a lot from there. A lot of things changed from that fight, and of course, my focus is just to get better, just to keep training. As I told you, like I always take it so
Hmm.
seriously. Even if you watch me like,
Yes.
hey, from inside I'm just like, "Ugh," you know. So I'm taking it so seriously, and that was like trying to prove myself that I can, and I will I will I will get it, you
Hmm.
know. I
Get
will.
better, improve again, and just keep going
Yeah,
forward.
exactly.
I understand you. I got you. Don't worry. And you've done just that. So it's been, yeah, the last couple wins been good ones. And again, that first finish, really exciting to see. So, um, didn't take any damage, I'm sure, in this last one, Yasmin, because it was, a good first round stoppage. So are you like ready to fight as soon as possible? I know we mentioned August earlier, but when are you hoping to fight again?
Yeah, of course I'm ready. Um Well, when I have my first fight in this year was in February, and I was the next day I was with my manager like, when I
Let's
have
go.
another fight, yeah, and he told me like, go to Las Vegas, try just try a little bit, and then focus on another fight. And okay, I was like, yeah, I will do that. And then I just uh, speak with my team in Mexico, and they told me like, yeah, go to Las Vegas, try new things, and then you just focus on another fight. Okay, I was in Las Vegas, and I was just like 1 month, one week there, and I was like, hey, hey, when I will fight again? And they told me like, okay, so there is no fight soon, but if you want to fight, we have this opportunity, and then maybe you will fight at this this year in August.
Mm.
And I was like, of course, I will fight on May,
Like,
and
I'm
I
ready to go
will
now.
be, and yeah, I'm ready to August to September, and then they told me like after this fight, they told me like, okay, so there is a fight in August, and if you, how do you feel? And I was like, I feel ready, and that's why I didn't rest because I was like,
Mm.
okay, I have a fight, so at Monday was in the gym,
Stay
and
ready. Keep going.
yeah, exactly. And so I think I will fight at August, the maybe the first week of August. Yes.
Sometime in the summer here, yeah.
Yeah. See.
All right. Well, looking forward to that. Yeah, it's good, going good. So congratulations on the success that you have been having, Yasmin. It was great getting to
Thank
chat
you.
with you. But before I do let you go, I gotta ask you, like, What then for this year, for 2024? What are kind of some goals that you have? Like by the time we get to 2025, the new year, will you have wanted to do, gotten done this year? Whether it's MMA or just something in life in general. What kind of goals do you have this year?
Oh, when I started this year, one of my goals was to stay in activity
Hmm.
of fights, like I was making my three first fights like just so with a lot of time of,
Yeah.
I make my pro debut and in a year I was making my second fight and in like 9 months, almost a year, I was fighting again,
Right.
but was with a lot of things that wasn't in my control. But this year was to have a lot of activity of in fighting and take care of myself because sometimes the injuries is the fact that didn't um let you fight,
Right. Right.
so training hard and keep the activity, keep the fighting, how I say,
The
as much as I
frequency,
can.
yes, to get the
Yeah,
experience,
it's
yeah.
yeah, exactly. And at the final of this year have I think I will have just like two or three more fights. That's
Okay.
one of my goals, to have a lot of activity because the next year I really want um to fight in like in another kind of level.
Mm.
um yes, promotora, league, I don't know.
Organization, yeah, something like that, yes.
Organization.
Gotcha, I gotcha. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, some good goals there, and I like the kind of speed and process you're thinking there. It's looking good so far. Like I said, getting this most recent one. Congrats again on it. It's trending in the right direction, Yasmin. So I look forward
Yeah.
to seeing you back in there. Hopefully August first week, as we've been talking about, and then go
It
from
will be.
there. Yes, but it was great
Yeah.
getting to chat with you. Great getting to meet you. I'll let you get on with the rest of your day now. I appreciate you
Thank
taking
you.
the time and yeah, getting to talk about this stuff and look forward to what is next for you. So just thanks so much, and I'll let you get on with the rest of your day. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure to have an interview with you, and thank you for taking your time to interview me and have a patience because I just trying to explain myself.
Oh, you did just
And
fine. Don't worry. All good. I got you. So, okay, Yasmin.
thank
Well,
you.
have a great rest of your Monday and take care. I'm sure we'll catch up again in the future. But until then,
You too.
best of luck.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Have a great day.